And speaking of wearing caps, today is Monday. It's Mosen Monday. And if Sarah Mosen had a cap that she could send me, I'd be wearing it today. But I don't think she does. And then I can charge her the same $10,000 that Mosquito Creek Outdoors pays me to wear their cap on the radio. So, Sarah, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you for having me here, Jim. How are you today?
Wonderful. Here we are in October already.
I know.
Time's flying.
It is. Well, it's all good. Change of just everything. Life is constantly moving, right?
Before you know it, Sarah, we're both going to be 30 years old.
You are going to be 30. I, however, will be older.
So tell us about Mosen Mortgage.
Well, it's actually, it's an exciting time not only for lending and finance because we work with 50 wholesale lenders. And as we do finance commercial properties and residential properties, we also air a daily show with Salem, Florida, and Salem, Massachusetts. And so it is on the educational front on finance and wellness. And we have guests on. We just had Pete Williams, who does air on our Salem stations. He's a Hall of Famer, does a lot of good work, and has definitely invested in the community and the church. And I think that it's so incredibly important for people who are private yet in the spotlight, who have done so much good work and invested within not only our church but community as well. So with finance, as you know, Jim, it's so critical that we keep our households in order because it creates issues with family members and things that matter. And therefore, we provide a service where we can get you into the lowest interest rate because we work with 50 wholesale lenders. And being that it is National Breast Cancer Month, we've also worked with our lenders to tie in on the front to alleviate and do research and provide funding from every loan that we close for commercial and residential properties. So I'm really excited about that because doing some good and making sure that we can be of service is really important.
Do you think that we will ever come up with a cure for cancer?
I think with prayer and faith, yes, we certainly, and I hope that is really one of my favorite words, that we can do anything possible. I've said to folks, volunteer, if not give money, but there is a lot of good that can be done just by spending time with someone in need or is going through a health issue. And my very good friend Glenn Meekum, who I am on the air as a guest, and we ran the fastest mile race with the American Cancer Society and raised funds. And that was such a joy for us because his father was suffering and unfortunately passed away, but had been fighting with this battle for a number of years. My aunt, who is like a mother to me, passed away and certainly struggled with, this terrible disease. So as I know, Jim, all of us have a family member, a friend who has gone through this.
407-774-8255 if you have questions for Sarah. Right off the top, you used a term that maybe we need to explain a little bit, and that's wholesale lending. What does that mean?
Well, wholesale lending really provides our listeners an opportunity to get the lowest interest rate on their mortgage, whether it's your home or your residential property or commercial property. You now have a choice as the buyer or the person who is the homeowner to get the lowest rate in the industry. So that's why with our 50 wholesale lenders, we offer that opportunity to folks from all walks of life. So doesn't mean just because you have a 580 score you can't get approved for a purchase. We can get you approved even if your scores are a little lower. And in banking, usually by the 620 score mark, you're not really in a position to get approved for a refinance or for a purchase. We are able to do that for you. And I think one of the most important things is that to have that conversation and get the facts on how you can get financed properly or whether you can lower your interest rate. And that's what I do and have been for the last 10 years on air as a guest as well as on our daily show with Salem. So I'm here to be of service. I do want to make sure that we can give you information for free. Whether you finance your home or not is not the goal. We just want to make sure that you do have the lowest rate, the lowest payment. And when we structure the loan, the lender pays us. So the fees that are usually incurred by the borrower, we do not charge you for that. The lender pays us for our services.